Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Valley Girl Beauty, and in today's video I'm going to take you through one of my favorite exercises to see how you can fit your business into your busy lifestyle. So we're actually going to go through a calendar exercise, so grab a piece of paper. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do, but before we get to that I want to ask you 3 questions, and on that same piece of paper you can go ahead and write down the answers to these questions. The first question that I want you to ask yourself in your business is number 1, how much extra income a month would truly make a difference in your life? Now, a lot of times we are really hesitant to put a dollar amount. Sometimes we just kind of wing it and we're like, well, we'll see, how things go, and we don't really want to set our sights on a specific goal. And I want to challenge you to do that. So really think about how this business could impact your life and how much money per month you would need in order for it to do that. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple examples. Say for example you have a $400 a month car payment, and so maybe you make that $400 car payment your goal for your business. Like, if I could profit in my pocket an extra $400 a month and be able to pay that car payment, that would be a tangible benefit on my life that you can see that is going to impact everything. It's going to help my husband buy into the business, my spouse, my partner. It's going to help me provide for my kids. Maybe it's paying for your daughter's gymnastics lessons. And so you will see a direct impact from your business on your life when you're able to put the money towards these certain things. And that requires you to be very specific about how much money a month that would be. Now, it could also be fun money. Maybe you want to be able to blow $100 on brunch every Sunday because that's what you enjoy doing. So again, $400 a month. Maybe you want to replace your full-time job, your full-time income with your SeneGence business. What does that look like? How much money do you need to be putting in your pocket a month? Is it $5,000 a month that you need to be putting in your pocket and that will fully replace your full-time job income? If that's the case, okay, how many sales you're going to have to do to be able to put $5,000 in your pocket? So really try and get as specific as you can. And even if it's just savings, if you want to add an extra $1,000 to your savings or pay off your debt or pay off your credit card bills, try and find something tangible that this money will go towards that can help you then work for it. And then when you're able to put it towards those things, you're seeing a direct benefit and impact from your business. This helps with motivation. It helps with buy-in from your family and friends around you. So really try and hone in on that. That is question number 1. Now, question number 2 is, how soon would you like to see that happen? So if you're someone who is just starting out or thinking about signing up, how soon do you want to see that type of income come in? Once you've answered question number 1, how soon do you want to see that happen? If your goal is that car payment of $400 a month, you can 100% do that in your first month of business, right? So see what your goal is and then give yourself a timeline. If you're wanting to replace your full-time income and number 1, you've never sold a single product, you're just starting out, or maybe you've been a distributor for a while and you're only averaging maybe $1,000 a month. Okay, so you may not be able to go to 5,000 overnight, but give yourself a timeline. Are you wanting to do this in 6 months? Are you wanting to do this in a year? Try and pick a reasonable and realistic timeline that is going to stretch you and push you every single month. One of my favorite trainers once said that you should try and increase your sales by a minimum of 10 to 15% every single month. So if your goal is, kind of astronomical, see how many months it would take you to get there if you increase your sales 15% every single month. So if you're selling $1,000, okay, what's a 15% increase on $1,000? Okay, that next month when you hit that goal, what's a 15% increase on that amount? And go down the line, okay? Now, once you have answered those first 2 questions as far as how much money a month would make an impact and how soon you want it to happen, number 3 is the most important question, which is, what are you willing to do to make that happen? If you're someone who is just starting out, you're going to have to actually launch your business, right? A lot of people, it's easy to sign up and then do nothing. But if you do nothing, you're going to earn nothing and you're going to go nowhere. So you have to be willing to actually start. It's not enough to just sign up and become a distributor. You have to actually launch your business and run your business. You have to actually use the products yourself. You have to actually share the products. You have to invest time and money and effort into your business and into yourself so that you can then grow and expand your business. You have to be willing to get outside your comfort zone. Maybe do a live video, maybe taking selfies or pictures, maybe hosting in-person events, maybe doing parties. You have to be willing to do things that are actually going to make it happen. And a lot of those things, especially if you're brand new, are going to be outside your comfort zone. The beauty is you have so many people you can learn from, so many different brains you can pick, and so many different templates and guides and mock launches and things like that that you can use to your advantage. There's so many different tools you can use, but you have to be willing to actually do it and use it. There is no lack of knowledge, there is no lack of information, and no lack of resources. So you have to be willing to actually move forward. And then if you are a current distributor and say you're averaging $1,000 a month, but you want to get to say 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you have to be willing to change what you're doing. Ask yourself, how many parties am I doing a week? How many demos am I doing a week? If you know anything about the company, you know the formula, the 4 pillars, which is wow, book, demo, direct. So if you are not doing any demos, if you're not sharing the products, if you're not wowing, if you're not out putting yourself out there, it's going to be really hard for you to hit your goals, right? It's going to be really hard for you to progress. And Joni always says, our founder, that there is no problem that a full calendar cannot fix. So if you're doing 1 party a week and you want to up your sales, maybe do 2 parties a week. If you hate parties, maybe give them another try or try in-person demos. You have to be willing sometimes to get outside your comfort zone. And sometimes you might be like, I am not a party girl. I am not doing Facebook parties, which is fine. But if you're not getting the sales that you want and you're not hitting your goals, it might be time to check yourself and check your attitude a little bit and be like, maybe I need to change my mindset and make parties my own, or change something about them so that I enjoy them and they're fun for my customers. You know, maybe try a messenger sale, an album sale, again, in-person demos, virtual demos, using the new SeneDemo Live. You have to be willing to add new things to your calendar and try new things if you then want to then hit your goals, okay? Now, that is where fitting your business into your busy lifestyle comes in. So I'm going to take you through an exercise. It's one of my favorite ones to do. On your piece of paper, you are going to draw a week. Okay, so across the top I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then just a line going down for each of them. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, these are not all even. It's just a rough outline, okay? Once you have your week, then you're going to start filling in what I call your non-negotiables. These are the mandatory things you have to do. So if you have a full-time job, you're gonna put a little X during the time zone, because over here, which I didn't mention, I have 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 time on the side here. So if you know that you work 9 to 5 every single day, you're going to block off 9 to 5 every day. If you know you have a 1-hour lunch break, you're gonna leave that open, right? Because you could potentially work on your lunch break. While you're eating, you can follow up with customers, you can snap a selfie and show how your makeup is lasting, you know, so there's things that you can do there. So the 100% non-negotiables, you have to be at work, you're actively working, cross those off. Now, if you're a full-time stay-at-home mom, what is the schedule that you have for your children? And if you don't have a schedule for your children, I would really, really encourage you to set one, because it's going to be really hard to be able to have mom time, business time, kid time if you don't have any sort of schedule. And kids respond really, really well to schedules and patterns and discipline. So make sure that you are creating that sort of schedule so that you are able to fully give them the attention they need, and then also fully give your business the attention that it needs, and they don't have to compete with each other. And you solve that problem by creating a schedule, right? So this is mom business time and all of this is kid time. So make sure that you're putting that in there, okay? I'm gonna walk you through mine real quick. This is an example of what a typical week might look like. It changes on almost daily for me. So if you are someone whose schedule changes and you only know like 2 or 3 days out, just start with those first 2 or 3 days and go 2 or 3 days at a time. If you can do your whole week, do your whole week, okay? So these little pink X's here, hopefully you can see this. These little pink X's all around here. I know for sure 100% that at least from 2 p.m. until about 8:30 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday, I am going to be working at the school. I'm not going to be available to work on my business. I know that Friday is varsity football games, so I have that time going all the way down to like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Could be midnight if it's an away game, so I'm going to block that all the way off. So I started with my non-negotiables mandatory. I have to be at work at that time. I cannot work on my business, okay? Then down here in the orange, this is family time, okay? And same thing over here. Because when I finish work at the end of the day, I do not want to have to do more work when I get home, right? It's been a long day. I've worked for a lot of it. I'm tired. I just want to hang out with my husband. I want to eat something, relax, you know, maybe have a Bible study, watch a TV show, whatever it is. I just want to be able to relax and spend time with my family and spend time with my husband. So this right here is blocked off. Now, Saturdays, I usually will have practice in the mornings, and then in the evenings, you'll see I have that blocked off for family time again. Now, these little dots right here, actually, let me back up. These little green streaks right here, going to the gym and working out is really important to me. So I know that if I make the gym a priority during the week, then I don't have to go to the gym on the weekend, because if I've gone 5 days, I can take those couple days off, and it takes a little bit more the stress off of me, because I know I can just relax and it's less places that I have to be on the weekend. So I have those blocked off. That's non-negotiable for me. Now the little dots, that is food. So I made a little key for myself down here. That's food. If I know that I'm going to be going to the gym, I'm going to need something to eat after the gym, and I'm going to need to have something to eat for dinner while I'm at work, because if I don't get off until 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to have to eat dinner while I'm at work. So this is when I eat my breakfast and kind of mini lunch and get ready for the gym, and then prepare my meals for the rest of the day. Now, these little blue lines, and again, I'm really hoping that you can see all this. This little blue time is my open time. Okay, so this time from about 7 to 9 in the morning is when I have time to work my business. So if I do 2 hours a day, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that would be about 10 hours. Now, if I have a couple hours on a Saturday that I also want to work my business, 12 hours a week, bam, that's a solid schedule. I have fitted in, and then I can be very productive with what I'm doing each of those 2 hours. The little squiggly line up here at about 6 a.m., that is my miracle morning. That's when I read my first 5 Bible app. I spend some time in prayer. I do a little bit of book reading, affirmations, and things like that. So that's important, non-negotiable. That's how I start my day. Okay, and then Sundays are my absolute off day. Okay, I do not work on Sundays. Now, that is a blessing to be able to be here. When I first started, picture my whole calendar being X's all the way down from here, all the way from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because when I first started, that was my schedule at the school, because I was teaching in the morning, and when most teachers would end at 3 o'clock, that was when my athletic training duties were just beginning. So it was extremely long hours, and then Saturdays I would have practice as well, and the rest of that day I'm just spent, I'm exhausted. So when I first started, my first year or two in business, this was my only day to work, was Sunday. And then as things shifted around, now I'm able to have a new schedule that I like so much better. So where there is a will, there's a way. And if you do these exercises, right, if you ask yourself those 3 questions, because you have to have something to navigate you and something that you're working towards, versus just kind of going at it like on a whim, you know, just winging it. And I used to think I could just wing it, but when I started actually creating a plan, asking myself those questions and working towards it, my business has grown exponentially. Okay, this is also where your daily method of operation comes in. Mine from day one was I have to show my face daily, and I cannot stress that enough. Whether it's a selfie or a video or a live video, show your face daily in your group, okay? And then when it comes to your weekly method of operation, you should plan to have at least 1 event a week. Ideally, I would say go for 2, but if you're just starting out, start with a minimum of 1 event per week, whether it's a party or a demo or a messenger sale, something like that. At least 1 event per week, okay? That is really going to help your business take off. And when you do things like this, you can see exactly where you can fit it into your schedule. Ultimately, it's going to be up to you what fits into your schedule best. And there are no right or wrong answers to doing this chart, this calendar, because you may be someone who working in the evening is the best time for you to work your business. You come home, maybe you have dinner with your family, you put the kids to bed, and then those evening hours is like the best time. That's your sweet spot to go live, to do videos, to do pictures, whatever. Evening is your sweet spot, and that's totally fine. And the beautiful thing about doing a schedule like this is it can really help you see what tools that you need. For example, if you're going to be working your business at night, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you invest in a ring light. And it really will help your pictures and videos look so much higher quality, and it gets rid of all like the shadows and stuff like that will happen when you're trying to do videos in dark lighting. Bathroom lighting is typically horrible. It usually is always horrible. So highly would recommend, if nighttime, when you do your schedule, if nighttime is when you work best, invest in a ring light or some sort of tabletop lighting that will really help you with your pictures and videos at nighttime, because nighttime is what works best for your schedule. Okay, I have been blessed now to be able to find this morning time where I can use natural lighting. Right over here next to me is a window, so I can use natural light. These are all things, when you actually are serious about this business and you're creating a schedule for it and you're putting it into your schedule, like for example, just how I have my full-time job blocked off, I have my business blocked off too. My business hours are part of my non-negotiables because I actually want to go places with this business, right? I actually want to hit the goal that I set in that first question that I asked you when this video started. So really hone in on those questions, hone in on your schedule, and it will help you so much with your business as you get started. Or again, if you're a current distributor and you feel like you're stagnant, it will really help you push to where you want to be and see where you can fill up your calendar and see what's missing. The other thing that you can do is, once you have your calendar, is then create a couple boxes that just have this time, this 7 to 9 for me, and then write down what are you going to do every day from 7 to 9. You know, are you going to do selfies and makeup tutorials on Monday, makeup Monday, and then Tuesdays you're going to follow up with customers and take pictures like flat lays and stuff like that for the next day. Wednesday you're going to do another live video on skincare. You are going to package and send out orders. You know, really be specific. You know, this is step one, but then once you see where that business fits in, then get really specific about what you're going to do with your time that you do have blocked off for it. Again, parties, demos, content, whatever it is, really get specific on that. When you have a plan, then you can stick to that plan, okay? I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, find me on Instagram and send me a message, or you can email me at info@valleygirlbeauty. I put all the links in the description of this video. If you're ready to join and sign up, I would love to mentor you. You can send me a message, or you can use the link below and I will shoot you an email as soon as I get your confirmation from SeneGence. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. I hope this was helpful. All right, bye.